Welcome back to you all to Our Africa with myself, Matabelo Muloi. It is Nelson Mandela that said that a man's goodness is a flame that can only be hidden but never extinguished. And it is by doing good that good comes to you. With the spirit of Ubuntu in full effect, one is able to recognize a need and give a helping hand. This was the case with a school principal from Bright Start College.
My name is Ruben Makombe. I'm the principal for Bright Start College. We are out here celebrating 67 minutes of Nelson Mandela. It was only one morning I drove to the farm, and as I was sharing with the guys at the farm, they told me about this place. And immediately we decided to come here and have a look at the place. When I came here, what moved me most is the level of standard of living. It's as you can see for yourselves, and there's no proper amenities in terms of toilets. The whole community just shares one well. So when I discovered it, I was then propelled within me to take an action.
As soon as he realized the dire situation this community was in, he alerted his CEO, who was also moved with compassion.
Misty Tumelo, CEO of Bright Start College. We are here in Grootfontein to build a creche for the underprivileged as part of the 67 days, and as well as us helping the community that is highly in need of any assistance that anyone can give. I work with kids since 1996. I got here by chance when our principal came to visit to pray with the people. And the minute he told me about the plight of the people here, I asked him to bring me. So the minute I got here, my heart was stolen by the children. I felt like I really needed to do something for them.
Upon first glance, this seemed like an impossible task.
The greatest challenge is proper education. You know, when you empower a young individual, you are giving that individual a future. We are a school that believes in building the nation, building the child. And we believe that every child is your child. So when I came here, they were all the children, small children were running around, idling, doing nothing. So I took an initiative, went and spoke to my CEO, Tumina Madi. We sat down, then she willingly came. When she came, she decided that we must put up a structure where we provide free education to the children that are here. And that's why we are here today. As you can see, the structures are being brought down, temporary structures, so that we can get rolling. And everything else, we'll look at it in the due course what is important for us now is to start. And there's no any other great day to start than today.
My surprise when I asked that question was that there's a very great need for water. At the moment, they are getting water from one well where sewage pipes are going in. It's an open well where there's no protection and it's very dirty. And I'm very worried with the lives of the children here as to how do they survive with that water, the conditions where they are living in, and the fact that food is scarce. Proper housing structures, as you could see that everybody's living in plastics. It's winter, it's very cold for the kids, for the parents as well. And when rainy seasons come as well, you can imagine what happens here. So housing, sanitation, and education is the most important things that are needed in the area. And firstly, water.
Bright Start was able to land a help in building a creche for the community, for the kids to start getting educated, and also build a base where they will receive their meals.
So far, we've been coming with prayers. I go out looking for used clothes. I take out of my own little pocket to cook whenever I can, and I bring food to them. So our decision to build a creche here was to be able to bring things closer in a way that at least every day the kids will have breakfast and lunch and a snack in the afternoon. My concern is for those who don't get food at all during the day, because some of the parents are away and the kids are left by themselves. So at least if they have something to eat.
We are really looking at the needs of the people. When we look at it, you identify a need and meet it. Like right now, we said there was no proper education. The small children were just lying idle. So to start with, we are putting up a structure for a creche and grade R for the learners, so that we start by giving them a future. And then we are also looking at, in the long run, to improve the water facility, and also to join hands with the residents of this community to maybe put up pit latrines, so that there is proper amenities, there's proper facilities for toilets, so that we curb the spreading of diseases. Because as you can see, they are very vulnerable.
Even though this will go a long way, there's still a long list of necessities for this community.
My name is Pastor Mary Mulenga. I'm one of the pastors at Rema Bible Church. This area falls under my zone. I've been with Rema since 1997. I've been pastoring the zone for the last 2 years now. The work that is being done here, it's very humbling. I must say I didn't know what I was gonna find this morning. Getting lost, just to get to this place and finally finding it. I was feeling a bit frustrated, but after I got here, I got so moved, and I realized that it was important that I come and see here. It's a very humbling experience that this is what is being done, but I think it's just a little bit of what more that we can actually do for this community here, because there's a lot of needs, and the basic needs that I've just seen actually is a need for water. We're crying to say there's no water to drink, and I've just been here for a few hours and this is how I feel. So what about the people that actually live here?
Human life is very vital and important. So I would encourage especially the community around and the owners of the farms that are around. Probably in the due course, I may take an effort to engage them, that they give a helping hand. Because for you to, like right now, you can see that most of the surrounding farms, they get their labor from here. But for you to have a happy worker, a worker who is in good health, you need also to provide good accommodation, good facilities, so that they are always in good health for them to sell their services to you. So we'll be engaging the communities around. For government, I know the government of South Africa is doing a lot to its citizens, and also to other citizens of other Southern African region countries and the world around. That's why it's called a rainbow nation, because it's a pot of mixed colors. So my plea will be for them to, if it's possible, just to come up and provide with materials, and because the labor is already here, materials, so that a proper structure can be put up, so that people live a standard that is worthy according to the health standard is worthy of living a human.
Well, when it comes to needs, it might not be possible to help everyone, but it certainly does make a huge difference by helping those you can. This community from a little known place like Grootfontein has been moved by the compassion shown by Misty Tumelo and her friends and family. It did not matter where the people came from or what nationality they were. The most important thing was recognizing a need and meeting it.
So kita kgeje ka hore e ngwana ka e jwana kontong a tsena sekolo mo ga se le nna mo o ba ke ya mmereko e ke tšaisha mo ke ta ke jea ngwana ka creche ke ntho enta gaja.
Abantu laba abesonto laba bayenze something excellent, and siyajabula siyathaba ukuthi bazile ukuzosiza ngoba besinodubo kakhulu ingane zethu bebetshona begijima kuphela bedlala no creche akula noma creche kodwa abayilungu bagcwele kulindawo akuna noma creche so siyajabula siyathokoza ukuthi uNkulunkulu God have got faith.
This gets to show that as Africans, we have a duty to help one another and let the spirit of Nelson Mandela live on.
I think what we are doing here signifies a sign that, you know, that spirit lives every day. It doesn't have to be on the 18th of July only. Any day, anywhere you see a need, as a human being, as a South African, try and put your hand and do something to humanity.
Nelson Mandela showed us something very, very vital, and that's the love. The love that is able to overcome everything that is thrown against you. You know, he helped us the spirit of forgiveness. You know, he embraced every challenge that happened in his life and he overcame it. So even us, I think we need to spread that spirit because he actually showed us what it means to stand in the midst of all the problems that you face. So it's good that this is done. I pray that we can be able to do it every day of our lives to just show some kindness and love to somebody, not just once a year.
Tata Nelson Mandela left a legacy for us. He did not think of his children, his wife, his family. He thought of Africa as a whole. When he was imprisoned for so many years, it was because he had a vision, not for himself, not for the family, but for the whole of Africa, to come together united and fight against segregation, apartheid, and racism. As Africans, we need to embrace that culture of oneness, that culture of unity. And when I look at you, I don't look at color, I look at a brother. And we must move away from judging one another according to our race, according to our color, according to where we come from. We need to embrace the legacy of Nelson Mandela, but a person should be judged by the content of his character, not by the color or where a person comes from.
The African continent is rich with a lot of things, and most important part of that is the fact that we all celebrate Ubuntu. This is the one time as Africans we can be really proud. Son of the soil of Africa, that is Mr. Mandela, celebrated by everyone from all walks of life, is that we must lead the action that celebrates and honors Mr. Mandela. We must lead each and everything and get involved and find the solutions that we need within our space, within our environments, and ensure that we actually intensify the fight we have against poverty.
Even though water and proper sanitation is still needed, as well as proper housing structures, rallying behind a community like this is a starting point towards rebuilding each other and making Africa great. Well, this entire day has indeed proved that it is by taking action that we can inspire change. Doing good should be an everyday thing and not just a once-off thing. For myself, Matabelo Moloi, and the rest of the Our Africa team, let's continue to make Africa great bit by bit till we meet again next time.